Hey guys, Ed Wilson for president. Paradise Earth Initiative System. I wasn't going to do another video, but then I'm standing there, I was pumping some gas, right? And I'm sitting there listening to this guy complaining about somebody with not cutting their grass. He was complaining about grass, guys. Grass! Okay? These guys are nitwits. Yeah, guys, grass! That's what he's complaining about! You see? They want to destroy this country and turn it into a golf course. That's why you don't see any of these other countries over there doing anything. Okay? That's how Trump's so easy. Because see, they're all in the same club, guys. They all play golf together. Haven't you seen those pictures with Putin and Modi and some other Xi, whatever his name is over there in China? I was gonna say, I'm getting to the point, man, I don't even care what their names are anymore. Because we know it's all rigged. These guys are all a joke. They're all terrorists. And Trump, I don't even know what, man, he's just got his head in his behind. I was gonna say, like I said, he's playing democracy. Now we're gonna do diplomatic things and this, that, and man, shut up. You guys are such nitwits, okay? We're gonna make the American people rich and all of this other stuff. Man, you know what, guys? Come on. They couldn't even get the Epstein list out, all right? That's why I want to be president, guys, because I'm not going to do what they did. You're not going to like the things that some of them I'm going to do. You're not going to like it. Yeah, because I already know you're a conquered people. So in order to get unconquered, well, we're going to have to break some shackles, which means there's a few eggs out there that hold the key to those shackles. I'm going to make an omelet. All right? We're going to have an omelet, guys. Remember what that one president said? There's going to be a chicken on every table? Well, you're going to have a chicken on every table. And you're going to have an omelet every morning. All right? You're going to have an omelet every morning. And then, on the new holidays that we'll have, that's right, I said it, new holidays, you'll be able to enjoy some steak. A lot of you guys probably won't even want it after all of this is done. Some of you guys will, and I don't blame you. It's okay. We're gonna have a nice balance of things, okay? I know I might be talking out my butt right now, but if I am, at least I'm dreaming. At least I've got something to think about, guys. What do you got? You're gonna wake up in the morning, get you go get you a Del Marvelous watermelon that's full of glyphosate. Woohoo! Whippity-dip-dip-dippy.
Yes, I'm gonna give me one of those.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna get, right? That's what you're gonna get. Nice hell, you're gonna have a bunch of people around you spraying stuff, okay? That's leaching into your water systems. I saw a headline this morning. They were talking about the dolphins are in the canals in the bay. Yeah, guys, I was going to say they're getting a nice healthy dose of poison right now. And I've witnessed it. I've witnessed the companies that are poisoning it. And once again, they're all American, guys. Made in the U.S. Okay? That's what they are, guys. You guys are a fraud. You're a fraud. You are the biggest terrorists on the earth. You're the first ones to poison the ocean, to poison everything, and then to blame others. You are sick. You are sick. And I'm sorry, I don't agree with some of the things that, we're at a point now to where you can play stupid. Your ignorance being bliss, which I had an old fart say to me as I'm watching the company he hired to spray for ants. Because his wife said, I saw an ant this morning. I saw an ant. And so they called out one of the local pesticide companies And then I'm listening to the conversation and how they're talking about how they're fogging mosquitoes in people's yards. And I was waiting. And then the guy wanted to come over and spray where I was working. And then I said, yeah, man. I said, it's real funny. I said, isn't that how they got you guys all weaponized? You're all weaponized. And he just looks at me with this dumb look. And I said, yeah, man. I said, you slaves will do anything for money, won't you? I said, do you realize that when you put them foggers up in people's backyards to spray for mosquitoes, that the trees absorb that, it comes out in the blossoms, and it kills bees and all the other pollinators, the butterflies, the lightning bugs. It kills all of that stuff, guys. Oh, I know you don't care. I'm an American, or like they said in South Park, which is really funny. What was that thing that they did? Heck yeah, I'm American, or whatever it was. And there was a cuss word involved there, you know. And here comes the big doofuses comes walking in there. You know. I mean, it's a big, it's a big play. They're laughing at you guys, man, because you are a joke. You are a joke. And you're going out there waving your flag. We salute that. You don't salute shit. Okay, you ain't nothing. You're just a fraud. And we're fighting for our families to get poisoned. We're fighting for them to get indoctrinated. We're fighting for fake churches that are glorifying Satan. We're fighting to poison the land. We're fighting to poison the ocean. We're fighting for all that. We're fighting the trafficked kids. We're fighting so that these stars out there can get some adrenochrome in them. They don't want to die early. They don't want to die early. You're a sinner. I'm sorry, guys, but your hypocrisy is just such a joke. Okay, I'm sitting there one day and I was cutting up on old King James. And there was a couple of guys. I like the guys. I was gonna say, but now I don't really care. If I like them or I don't, it don't really matter. It ain't nobody. They're just a bunch of goofballs. And I was talking about. I was sitting there talking about King James. And the guy was telling me, he said, all right, we're done. You're beating a dead horse. I said, I am. I said, I am beating a dead horse. I said, everything you know is a lie. So honestly, at what point do we sit there and keep taking these people's word and listening to them like they have some kind of moral fabric? They don't have any, their God is in their wallet. There is no other God. And most of them they'll be talking about Jesus on the regular. They don't even know what any of that even represents. They'd be the first ones to put him on a cross and bang nails on him. They'd be the first ones. And then look at him and call him a sinner. Call him a traitor. That's what they'll do. So listen, guys, like I said, you all might want to make your earth a golf course. When some of us are trying to make it into a paradise, we want to be free. We don't want your fake freedom. You're a fraud. And somebody has to tell you you're a fraud. Have a good day.